Good morning, dear students. Today, let me welcome you to the 8th class students to this session of English 2. And in the previous class, we did discuss about this chapter interrogative links. And we understood what exactly these interrogative links are and how they create link between the phrases and the clauses. Today, we will revise about them again, as well as we will discuss exercise 16 today for your understanding. But before going to discuss about them again and to know about the exercise 16, let's have a little concentration. For that, please sit Siddha with Dhyana Mudra and have Brahmana. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Relax. Dear students, let's again let me again welcome you to this class. And in our previous class, we discussed about interrogative links. And I have also told you what exactly these interrogative links, because I have told you some words we use to create interrogative sentences. That means question sentences. And when we create question sentences, the sentences are ending with a question mark. But here, those words we use to make question sentences, we are not going to make any question sentence, rather we will create link between two phrases with the same sense. So, to recall your past knowledge, let me tell you again what those words we used to create interrogative sentences, but now we are using them as interrogative links to discuss. What are those words? You see, we use who, we use how, what, when, where, which and why. Some of these words, normally we use them to create interrogative sentences. Like when we want to know about a person, we use who. Who is your class teacher? Who did give you this pen? Who did tell you the answer of this question? Okay, so and these sentences are ending with a question mark and we want to know the person. Therefore, we have used who. Similarly, we use how to know the process. That means the way how we can do this. How did you write the answer without the class, without the review, without your teacher has taken this class? How did you write this answer? How can I make coffee? Please tell me. How can I write the answers of these questions? I have no knowledge. Will you help me? Okay. So these are these words we use to ask a question to know about the process or the way. Similarly, we use what when there are lots of things we have to choose among them. There are several things. Let's say in the library has a lot of books. And from the lots of books, we have to select some different types of books. The things or the persons. So in that case, we can use what? What book do you like to read? Request the librarian to give you. What color do you like? Understand? So, we use what to know about a person or a thing. Similarly, we use where to know about the time. When do you go to your school? Every day? When did you return from Bhubaneswar yesterday? When will the train will come? When will the train come to go to Bhubaneswar? When did he finish his work? So when we want to know about the time, we use when to make question sentences. Similarly, where we use the word where, the interrogative word to know, to ask about the location or the place. Where is your school? Where did you buy this dress? Okay. So when we want to know about the location, we use where. Similarly, we use which means there are some a limited number of things. From among them, we have to select one. Suppose there are 3 things, we have to select one. Then, which one do you like? Understand? A limited number of things in front of us, and we have to select a particular one. Therefore, in that case, we can use which. Similarly, why also we use why means when we want to know about the reason, the cause. In that case, we use why. Why did you go to Berhampur yesterday? The answer can be, I went to Berhampur to buy a new bike. Why were you absent last class? I was suffering. So, when we want to know the reasons, we use why. So, these words are interrogative words. We can say the double H words we use normally to make interrogative sentences or question sentences, and those sentences are often ending with a question mark. But here is that we are not using them to create question sentences. We want to use them as links. That means to create a link between 2 phrases or clauses. With the sense is said, who means when we want to know about the person, the process, the thing or the person to choose, the time to talk about, the place, the selection of a particular thing, and to know about the reason. Sense is said, but not used to create a question sentence, rather it is creating a link between 2 phrases. And how they are used, we have discussed in our previous class. Today, we will discuss the exercise 16 for better understanding. Let's concentrate. Okay? Let's concentrate and understand how we are using these interrogative words as links, so that we can say they are interrogative links. Okay? Let's understand from these statements how we can fill in the blanks with suitable interrogative links. Okay? So now let's read the first sentence. I know dash he was born. So here you see dash I know dash he was born. Suppose we want to think of a place where he was born, we can use I know where he was born. But on the other hand, if we think that the time of his born, then we can say I know when he was born. But you see, we can use where as well as when. But here in this sentence, it will be appropriate if we use when, because we want to talk about the time. Understand? Similarly, let's see the next sentence. So this is when he was born. Understand? Next, can you tell me dash Mohan is late for class. So can you tell me, somebody is asking you, Mohan is late for class. What is that reason? So when we want to know the reason, it should be why. Why Mohan was late for class today? Similarly, number 3, you may ask the shopkeeper. Dash he opens his shop. That means opening and closing of the shop is related or associated with the time. Therefore, we can use when he opens his shop. We can use when to know the time. Similarly, I shall find out. Dash she makes such good coffee. That she, when she, we can never use. What she, we can never use. So here I shall find out. I can know easily. What I can know easily? What I shall find out? The process, the way of making coffee. Therefore, we can use how. How she makes such good coffee. I shall find out how she makes such good coffee. Okay, next, I have no idea. Dash he will arrive. Arriving and for departure. You know, when we go to the railway stations or the bus stands, buses and trains arrive and they leave the station. They arrive at the station, they leave the station. Leaving the station is called departure. And arrival, when they arrive. So, both the arrival and departure are related with the time. So, here we can use when. I have no idea when the train will arrive. Understand? So, these are some of the statements. So, we understood how we used when, why, when, how, when. Mostly to talk about time, reason and procedure. Let's understand some other statements and how we can use different other interrogative links in them. Okay? Here you see some other statements of the same exercise I have written on this board. And let's understand what interrogative links we will use in the blank spaces to create link between the phrases. You see, number 6 here. Do you know? Dash she is talking to. So when she is talking to, with not the animals, not to the things or birds or places. So when we want to talk, we talk with a person. Therefore, when it is related with a person, what should be the link over here? It can be who. Do you know who she is talking to? Similarly, next, you haven't told me dash you did last night. You did some work. What means it is thing? So there are a lot of things. So here we can use what exactly. What? You haven't told me what you did last night. What work you did last night? That means the particular work means what you did last night. So here what is functioning as an interrogative link. Now see, lots of people don't know dash a fossil is. Fossil means a thing. When we talk about thing, what we will use? We have to use what? Fossil means, something under the earth. Something is buried under and which is a precious metal, you can say coal, there are the fossils. There are many things we say fossil. Those who are science students, you can better understand what exactly the fossil is. I am not going to clarify and define and tell you the meaning. Fossil means something ancient buried underground. Understand? So, lots of people don't know what a fossil is. Similarly, do you know? Dash Mr. Sasson is. Mr. Sasson is a person. So there can be lot of Mr. Sasson are there. Or Mr. Sasson is there. And what is his profession? And why he is important? So we want to know about him. So therefore we can use who. Do you know who Mr. Sasson is? Yes, I know Mr. Sasson is a retired officer. Understand? Similarly, can you tell me dash road leads to station? You see, we have several roads to go to station. Let's say 3 different roads are there to go to station. So among these 3 different roads, we have to choose a particular road. That means when we choose a particular from limited number of things, we have to use which. So here we can say, can you tell me which road leads to station? Can you tell me which road leads to station? Yes, this road directly leads you to the station. You can go. Okay? So similarly, I wonder, dash she married? See here, I wonder, dash she married? Here, we can be in confused. We can say the person whom she married. We can think the time she married. So, but to have a clear understanding, we just think of a person. So, when someone marries to some other person, it is a person. Therefore, we can use who she married. I wonder who she married. Understand? Similarly, have they told you? This time you must come. Time, though it is time, we can use not when. Because we are not asking about the time. So here the specified time means a specified situation. So we can use what for this. Have they told you what time you must come? Have they told you what time you must come? This is the question. Yes, they have told me I must come at 9:30. Okay, so let's understand some more rules. And we understood from the 6 to 12, we understood the interrogative links like who, what, who, which, who, and what. These interrogative links we have used to create link between the phrases. Let's understand some more such statements and understand what different interrogative links we will use to fill in the blanks. Okay? Here are some other statements. Let's understand what interrogative links we will use to create the link between the phrases. You see, number 13. Can you see? Dash is coming down the street. Dash is coming down the street. So where someone is coming down the street. Who is coming here? That means it is a person we are talking about. So here, can you see who is coming down the street? To know about the person. Similarly, you must tell the librarian. You must tell the librarian this book you are taking. That means in library, as I have already told you, thousands and thousands of books are available. So the books you want to take, you should inform. That means what book? The books about physics or chemistry or biology or literature or mathematics or what books you are taking, you must inform, you must tell the librarian. That means you must tell the librarian what book you are taking. We cannot use which book because we are not selecting from a limited number of books. It is a huge amount of books are available from there of different topics. Therefore, it is imperative, it is necessary for the students while taking some books, you have to inform the librarian. I am taking physics, I am taking mathematics, I am taking literature, all those different types of books. Therefore, you have to use what book you are taking. Similarly, she has not written to tell me. She has not written to tell me. Dash she is coming. Dash she is coming means. So she has not written to tell me. Dash she is coming means it is talking about the time. Therefore, we can use when she is coming as an interrogative link. Similarly, I never know. I never know. Dash I can trust. When it is a matter of trust, we can trust over a person only. We cannot trust over things, animals and others. That trusting on animals, pets are different thing, but here normally being a social animal, we trust on people, persons. When it is persons, we can use who I can trust. Next is have you here? Have you here? Dash is coming to stay with us. So when somebody comes to stay with us, it can only be a person. Therefore, we can use who. Have you here? Who is coming to stay with us? Yes, I have here. My friend's sister is coming to stay with us. Or my friend is coming to stay with us. My uncle is coming to stay with us. My parents are coming to stay with us. The staying with us is related with person. Therefore, we have used who. Let's understand some other such statements and what interrogative links we need to use them and to make a complete sentence. Let's understand. Okay? See, here some other statements available on the board. Let's understand what interrogative links we will use in these blank spaces to create the link between the phrases. Okay, you see, number 18. We don't know. Dash she has gone. Dash she has gone. When we go somewhere, we are talking about the place or the location. So we can use here to know about, to talk about the place. Therefore, we can use where. We don't know where she has gone. Whether she has gone to the market or to his village or to the school or to somewhere else. The location. To know the location, we can use where to talk about place. Similarly, can you tell me? Dash this box is so heavy. This box is so heavy. What makes this box so heavy? And what is the reason behind its heaviness? Therefore, we can use, can you tell me why? Because we want to know the reason of the heaviness of this box. Therefore, we can use, can you tell me why this box is so heavy? It is the reason, to know the reason. Therefore, we have used why as the interrogative links. I remember, dash you were a little girl. So, you were a little girl. I know you since that time. So when I know the time when you were a little girl. So for time, what we use? When. remember when you were a little girl and how your activities were, what you were doing then. Now you have changed. Understand? So, when we talk about the time, we use when, and here also we have used when. I remember when you were a little girl. Clear? Next, do you know? Dash makes the sun so hot. That means there is some metal, there is some thing inside the sun that makes the sun so hot automatically. So when we talk about a thing that is available in sun that makes it hot, so hot, we are thinking and talking of the thing. Therefore, we can use what. Do you know what makes the sun so hot? Understand? So here the interrogative link is what. Now, 22. Nobody knows. Nobody knows dash you have put your shoes. Nobody knows dash you have put your shoes. That means nobody knows the place you have put your shoes. Whether it is outside the house, whether it is inside the house, whether you have left somewhere else you visited earlier. So the place exactly nobody knows you for putting off your shoes. So when we talk about the place, we can use when. Where. It is where. W-H-E-R-E. Nobody knows where you have put your shoes. Next, did anyone see? Did anyone see? Dash way Missa went. As we are talking about, there are several specific ways Missa can go to her house, either this way or that way or straight way. So, particular way from among these three ways. So, when we select a particular way from among limited number of ways, we use which. So, did anyone see which way Missa went? Did anyone see which way Missa went? Understood? So these examples show us how we have used these interrogative links to create link between the phrases or the clauses, and no doubt they are interrogative words, but here functioning as links. Let's understand some other such statements of the exercise 16. Now see the other statements over here. We will use interrogative links, the words to fill in the blanks, understanding their use. Okay, so here 24, I want to know, Dash told you about it. When something is told to you, it is told by a person. So when it is told by a person, to know about the person, we can use who. I want to know who told you about it. So the interrogative link who is used over here in this blank to make the link between the phrases. See, you see, show me, dash this machine works. So this machine works, I don't know how does it work. Therefore, please explain. That means, please explain the process of this machine works, the way the machine works. So to know about the way, the process, what we use? We use how. Show me how this machine works. Next is, do you know Dash made the tea this morning? Tea is made by someone, a person. Who made this tea this morning? So we have to use who. Do you know who made the tea this morning? Do you know who made this tea this morning? It's my younger brother. It's my mother. It's I. Understand? So when we want to know about the person. It is who. Clear? So next is please explain. Please explain. Dash this is impossible. That means what makes this to be impossible. That means what is the cause. It is impossible, not possible. That means what is the reason. To know about the reason, we use why. Why? Please explain why this is impossible. Next is I am not sure. I am not sure. Dash the train will come. Coming of the train means it is the time. Therefore, we can use for time, we use when. I am not sure when the train will come. I don't need its timing, the timetable. Therefore, I can't tell you when the train will come. So, from this exercise 16, we understood normally how to use these interrogative links to create the link between the phrases and clauses with relation to their meaning, just like we use who for persons, how is the process, what is the thing, which means to select the things, when to talk about, to know about the time, where to know about the place, why to know about the reason. So these interrogative links we have used to create the link between the phrases and clauses in this exercise 16. And in next class, we will discuss more things about these interrogative links and do other exercises to understand more about this chapter, interrogative link. And if you have any doubts over these discussions, you can clarify your doubts during your doubt clearance class. And even personally, you can communicate with me, ask me anytime. You know my phone number. I'll try to clarify all your doubt anytime, provided I should be free then. And if not free, any other time we can clarify. You can send me the message in my personal WhatsApp number. You know this. Therefore, don't be confused. Always you can clarify your doubts and your doubts will be easily clarified. It is the method to communicate. Okay? And for today, only this much. And I will suggest you, please see those videos continuously, regularly, and don't leave, because every video, every class is linked with the subsequent classes. If you miss a single of among them, you will misunderstand the topic. Therefore, I will suggest you see those videos, take the notes regularly, time to time, so that you can better understand. And I wish you give your comments as well in the comment section. Okay? And also you can like or dislike this. Okay? But I wish you, everyone must read, must try to understand, and must clarify your doubts whenever you have any problems in understanding. Okay? For today, only this much. Next class, more things about the same topic, interrogative link. For today, only this much. Then